These images, filmed over 5 years ago, show the arrest of Marwan Barghouti, head of Fatah and the Tanzim. His arrest was a milestone in the armed intifada and in Palestinian politics. Barghouti, who worked against Arafat's interests, gained popularity as head of the intifada. His arrest did not bother the AP, then under Arafat's leadership. Imprisonment turned Barghouti into a Palestinian Nelson Mandela. His trial in one of Tel Aviv's civil courts only increased his popularity both within the territories as well as throughout the world, who got to know this young leader who claimed to have clean hands, shouting, "End the occupation." Lawyers did not stop emphasizing that Israel was squandering an opportunity by leaving Barghouti in jail.
He is one of the most popular leader in the Palestinian situation. All the polls shows that he is the winner of the election, and he is a key element for the stability of the Palestinian territories and the region.
Barghouti described himself as a freedom fighter, and calls for his release were heard from the Israeli left, with whom Barghouti remained in contact even after he opted for armed warfare.
הוא יכול להיות מנהיג שיעזור לאבו מאזן בעוצמה שלו לממש את הסמכות של הרשות הפלסטינאית ולהגיע איתנו להסדר טבע.
In jail, Barghouti receives VIP treatment such as visits from members of the Knesset and AP officials. He continues to fulfill a role within Palestinian politics such as the Hudna agreements, lately the recent Mecca talks to end the Palestinian civil war, and other political decisions. Arafat's death increased the thirst for an authentic leader, and Barghouti enjoyed admiration despite the fact that he threatened Abu Mazen prior to the elections for the Fatah leadership 1.5 years ago. Later, Barghouti was appeased and withdrew his candidacy.
إنه يدعو أبناء الحركة وأنصارها إلى دعم ومساندة مرشح الحركة الأخ المناضل محمود عباس أبو مازن.
After Hamas rose to power, it was clear that Barghouti was the best option to restore power to Fatah. Before the elections, Israel allowed Barghouti to be interviewed in Arab television channels to check whether he could exert a negative influence on Hamas's expected victory while in jail.
والآن هم يقولوا إنه متخوفين أو يدعوا متخوفين بفوز حماس وما بدهم مش وكأنهم بدهم فتح أو بدهم أبو مازن. هذا غير صحيح.
Barghouti spent time in jail with his son, where he organized the prisoner's clause, a very popular subject within Palestinian society. After his son's release, he reminded Palestinians that some prisoners behind bars had not yet been corrupted by governmental corruption. Over the last few years, Barghouti is slowly but surely planning to replace Abu Mazen as president of Palestine. Some of his opponents, such as Dakhlan, have more than once declared that they'd prefer Barghouti remain in jail. Recent surveys show that Barghouti is the only candidate who can lead Fatah to victory, and his popularity leaves Hamas's Hania and Mashal, as well as Fatah's Abu Mazen, way behind.